Hello and welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is the weekly tarot forecast for Aries. We start you off with the Five of Discs this week. And now we're going to lay out the rest of our 10 cards for our Celtic cross spread, but we are also going to do an 11th card. And that is our bonus card, that is our confirmation card. And we're not even going to look at that until the very end. We're just going to leave that right here. And at the very end, we're going to see how it might tie this entire reading together, how it might give us that confirmation that we're looking for. Okay, so we had the Five of Discs. I think the situation for you this week is going to be related to some money issues, some financial woes, some financial stress, some sort of friction or upset in your finances, in your income, in your work or career. However you make your money, I think there's some sort of issue that's going on there. I think you're someone who in the past has put a lot of trust in other people. I think that you maybe have a tendency to really look for the best in people and believe the best about people. And I really think that you are just a very generous and loving and trusting person, right? And with this Two of Cups here, I think that you have this strong bond with the people around you. You tend to really make connections with people easily, and you really give people the benefit of the doubt. You really put your trust into them, and you have a lot of love to give in your life, okay? We're going to see how that relates to all of this financial situation that we're talking about. In the recent past, there is this Ten of Cups, so I'm wondering if recently you might have had maybe a falling out with someone. Maybe there was someone that you were either doing business with, or someone at work, or someone that is a little bit related to your finances in some way. I'm wondering if there wasn't either a falling out or just some kind of emotional encounter with them that has maybe temporarily ended things. Maybe it was just kind of agreed upon that the two of you would go your own ways. There was something that happened, I think, that is kind of causing you to be just done with this person a little bit. With this Ten of Cups, it's really like you've come to the end of your willingness to try with this person. You're just kind of emotionally exhausted by everything. It's just, I feel like it's been a very heavy relationship, a very serious thing. And it's really taken a lot from you emotionally. And I think that kind of goes hand in hand with this one, with the Two of Cups that we said was kind of your trust in other people, your faith in humanity overall, your willingness to really try to see the best in people and give people the benefit of the doubt. I think you did that in this situation, and now you're just kind of, you've done everything that you can, right? You've tried to make it work with this person, and again, it could be a romantic thing, but it could just be a coworker, a friend, family member, someone that you were maybe, if not in business with, someone that was closely related to your financial situation. And so that could be why you are kind of having this falling out with this person, or why you're just kind of done with their energy for now, because I do feel like it was a very heavy situation, and it really drained you emotionally, or it was just too much of that strong emotion with them, right? I don't know what situation they were in, but I think that your relationship with them has affected your finances, because that Ten of Cups is directly leading into this Five of Discs. So whatever happened with this person, I think is in some way involved with this financial difficulty, this financial stress, this situation that you're in now. Maybe you were living with this person, or you were in business with them, or something, but it just became too taxing emotionally, and you have to be done with that, I think, or you're going to be wrapping up that situation. There's kind of enough is enough with them, and I think that it's kind of leading you into this emotional, financial uncertainty, this just it's kind of a variable. It's kind of up in the air right now. Things are being shaken up a little bit in terms of your finances, or maybe your domestic situation, where you live, who you live with, who pays the bills, how the bills get paid, that sort of thing. With this Five of Discs, I think that's kind of the central focus of the week is how you're going to deal with that the financial uncertainty that you have now, which I think, again, is in some way related to this situation in the past with someone that was, again, just very heavy emotionally. And I think you're having to pull back from that situation because it's just too much, right? And so now you're dealing with this financial situation, but coming across your path is this strength or lust card, the 11th major arcana. Now this one is directly in your path this week, and it's interesting to see because we started with that 10 of cups, water. We're moving into then this lust or strength card, which is Leo, which is fire, and in the immediate future we see some more fire. We'll get to that in a second. But I think crossing your path this week is really something that's going to happen within you, something that you're going to experience as maybe as an experience unlike anything else. It could be something that is really just seems to come out of nowhere. It seems to come from a really unknown place, or it seems to be more external, that there's some event or something that draws this out of you. And this is just that this magical power that you have, this passion, this control, this strength, and this just very vigorous attitude that I think there was just too much water going on in the recent past. And now that that is going kind of out of the picture, you're able to really get in touch with your magical power, strength, your lust for life, that passion and that courage and enthusiasm that we see with this lust card. So I think this is really you tackling this financial situation with just a lot of hard work and ambition and a sense of strength and power, right? And I think you're just really just ferociously going to take care of this, and just whatever the situation is, whatever needs to be done, I think you're just going to conquer it, right? Because we have this energy that's coming your way. And since this is a major arcana card, I feel like this is something that is almost like a situation happens in your environment and you have to then react and be that like ferocious person, right? And so it kind of comes out of nowhere. It's almost like you're just reacting to the external world. But this spiritual energy, this passion, courage, and just, fierceness is coming from within you in response to the situation that you're in, okay? And what it leads to, I think, in the immediate future is you making really quick decisions, you being this just very eager, ambitious, enthusiastic decision maker, that you're getting things done quickly. With this Prince of Wands, it's like you're taking the waking up of this really ferocious energy in you and this like really fighting spirit. You're taking that awakening, that power and energy, and you're putting it into action by making decisions for your life, by being bold, by being courageous and brave and confident and assertive. And those are all qualities here of this Prince of Wands that I think is you putting all of this kind of newfound courage into practice and putting it into action, right? I think that you're the type of person in this situation is you're really hoping for some financial stability. We have this Queen of Discs up here at the top, and this is showing that you have this goal, like the best possible outcome for you is to just have enough to be stable and secure. You don't need anything extravagant. You don't need any kind of crazy wealth or success. Right now, you're just looking to get things stable, get things flowing, get things secure, get everything kind of, paid on time, get some savings built up, get some job security and some financial security, but you don't need anything crazy. You just need kind of like, a nice safe minimum that you can then use to kind of finance your future, right? Or to give you that foundation, that springboard into your future, whatever else you're going to be doing with your life, right? But right now, the situation is calling for you to have this fiery courage that we see with these fire cards, and to put your plans into action to get over and get through this financial difficulty, whatever it is that's going on here. And again, I think that your ultimate goal, the highest kind of aspiration that you have, the best possible outcome is going to be that stability, that safety, that just kind of a very solid foundation that we get with the Queen of Discs here, who is taking care of themselves, taking care of business, getting things done. They have everything that they need. It's not extravagant, it's not some crazy wealth, but it's enough to live a comfortable life and a safe, secure future. And that's kind of, I think, what you're thinking about and what your goals are right now, okay? Don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe to this channel. We love to do these readings for you, and it's because of all of you that this channel is able to grow and be successful, and I appreciate you all very much. Also, go please check out the other videos that may pertain to your sun, moon, or rising signs. I think that'll give you a more dynamic picture of what's going on this week. All right, now let's move on to the second part of the reading here. I think that you might have this idea of yourself as someone who's a little wasteful. I think maybe you tend to look at yourself as someone that probably should tighten their belt or cut some corners, or just stop the spending, stop the indulging a little bit. But I think that you might just have this tendency to just enjoy the life, enjoy the money that you have, and so I think that you might overspend a little bit, and I think you know that about yourself, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think what this card is saying is that you recognize this in yourself, that you like the finer things in life. You like to be able to, to eat at restaurants or buy the clothes you want or whatever it is. So you enjoy spending money on yourself and on your loved ones too. And so this is kind of in a little bit of conflict with this kind of more modest goal that you have of, look, I just want things to be settled and stable, and I don't want to have to worry about things. I just want it to be comfortable, But then at the same time, you're someone that really likes to spend money and have a good time. And, so I think there's a little bit of conflict there within you. And, I think that it's definitely possible, and I think it's probably better to have a balance between, like, look, I want to just live modestly and have a meager existence, but then I also like to indulge. I also do like a little bit of luxury and extravagance, okay? So I think that you have part of that in you where it's like you struggle to save money, you want to save money and have this Queen of Discs energy, but at the same time, you also like to spend money, and you like to spend it on other people and make other people feel good, and to show other people a good time, and to treat yourself too, and there's really nothing wrong with that. And this card is, I think, in this position, just saying that, look, you have to kind of balance these two ways of being, right? The Queen of Discs here, and then the Seven of Cups. You have to balance that out, and I think that you're going to work towards finding that balance. Furthermore, in your environment, we see the Four of Wands, and I think this is part of that balance. I think maybe you go through phases where you have a lot of discipline, and then you may go through another phase where you're just kind of maybe spending a little bit more than you should. But with this Four of Wands, I also see that this situation with this money problem that we had right here at the beginning, I think that's coming to a close. I think with you wrapping up whatever this was, this emotional thing that is coming to a close in the past, and then dealing with this financial upset or this worry or this money anxiety, I think you're going to get through that. I think it's just going to be another cycle where you just have to kind of let things take its course and have this fiery courage and take the appropriate actions using that courage and that fierceness, and that that kind of bravery to maybe go out and try different things, maybe go outside of your comfort zone a little bit, and you'll get through this financial difficulty, and things will continue on. You'll go through the next cycle of your life, and I think you're going to continue to work toward this particular goal of having that safety and security, that financial stability, and you're also going to be kind of trying to tame this indulgent attitude a little bit, right? Which I know is hard to do, because we like the things we like, and we shouldn't deny ourselves the things that we find pleasure in, right? So it's just a kind of a balancing act. I think we have to find a way to have both, and I think that it's really just a cycle with you. I think it's going to be wrapping up this situation and getting through this financial difficulty. You're going to be back just rolling. And speaking of rolling, interesting here that we're going from this Four of Wands right into the Wheel of Fortune. It's kind of the same idea here. So we're going to look at these two cards together and say that this this financial difficulty that you may be in now is just kind of the bottom of that wheel, and the wheel's going to keep turning and you're going to be back on top. Now I think when you return to that good fortune and that success, and you fix this money issue that's going on now, I think then it's going to be very important for you to kind of put these two things into balance so that you can stay on top of this wheel for as long as possible. Okay, so when things do come back around again, I think it would be wise to to focus on creating a little bit more of this stability rather than maybe using all of this water here a little too much and indulging a little too much, and maybe spending your money a little bit too generously on other people, or focusing too much on your emotions or on these other people that I think you've had this kind of trouble with in the recent past. And I think that might be kind of one way that your money is going, So I think that when this wheel does turn back around and you're back on top and you get through this situation, I think it's important to really focus on this goal, focus on the stability and the security and this Queen of Discs kind of energy and life that you want to build, right? So more so than focusing on having a good time with your friends or whatever it is, I think that it needs to be more in balance. Anyway, so it's going to have this increase in your fortune and your success, and I think you're going to be back on top very soon. And as the final outcome card, as more of the long-term projection, we see a Three of Discs. And this is a couple of things. This is saying that, yeah, you're going to have this success and you're going to be back on top and things are going to be working for you, and you're going to start to be able to focus on building this security that you want, but you're going to have to do the work. Nothing is going to just be handed to you, and nothing's going to come by way of charity or just kind of good luck. Something's going to fall into your lap. You have to actually do the work. If you do the work, you'll get this success and this good fortune and this just financial stability and success that you're after. Things are going to go your way if you do the work. If you don't, who knows what's going to happen. So the Three of Discs here is just saying that you have the potential within you to create everything that you want in your reality. You have the potential to manifest all of it. You just have to do the work and take the necessary steps. And I really think that it's going to really hinge on these two cards. This good fortune that you have is going to really depend on you finding that courage and bravery, both to discipline yourself and to create a budget and to kind of see where you might be spending a little too much money unnecessarily, or spending a little bit beyond your means. I think that kind of courage and discipline, and then also the courage and bravery to go out and try new things. You probably have a lot of ideas for how to make money, things that you would want to do as a job, as your own business, starting your own company or your own business. I think you have a lot of ideas. It's just that courage to take those steps and to start doing the work. And once you do that, I think you're really going to be guaranteeing your success and your good fortune, and you're going to be building this strong foundation that you need, that you're looking for. But again, I really do think that you're that type of person who puts a lot of trust and a lot of faith. You're very generous with your love, and I think with your money too. And I think that is kind of what has led to a little bit of this problem, is that you love people so much, and you love seeing everybody have a good time and everybody be happy, that it might be putting you at a little bit of a financial disadvantage. So it might be time to rein that in a little bit and strive for more of that balance. Aries, I think that you're going to make it through this difficulty now, because the future projection looks really, really good for you. Again, it's just a matter of putting in that work and doing the things that you need to do, and have that courage and that bravery to try different things, to really just tackle these obstacles with that fierce energy that you have. Aries, thank you so much for letting me read for you today. If you want to check out the extended version of this, you can become a member of this channel, and all of the information is down in the description box. Don't think I forgot about our confirmation card. We're going to look at that right now and see how this might tie this whole reading together, what do we have? The Six of Swords. I think this Six of Swords is really that balance that we were talking about. Because we have the earth, and we have the water, and now we have the air. And I think that this is, and it all kind of hinges on this fire. So it really is kind of a balanced thing here. And I think that this is that harmony, this is that balance between the discipline and the self-control, and then also the indulgence and just the love for life and the good feelings and all of that. I think this is really you finding the proper balance and putting a system in place and using your mind, your intellect, to regulate all of these things, right? To regulate your spending, to regulate your emotional relationships with other people and how much energy you're putting into those, and then just kind of regulating your finances too. So this is just the organization, the planning, the clear thinking, the analysis of everything, and putting that plan into action so that your future can be exactly what you want it to be. And I think, again, I think it really is just a matter of you finding the courage to do this and to have the discipline and to venture out into the unknown with this lust or strength card. And that's going to come by way of this kind of mental balance, you know, between your spending and your discipline and your indulgence or your kind of, you know, modest living, between the earth and the water. Okay, so keep that in mind. I think this is a wonderful confirmation that things are going to be okay. You're going to do the work. You're going to get through this, and you're going to have the balance. You're going to have the plan, and things are going to be just beautiful and harmonious for you. You just got to get through this little period now, this emotional, financial mess that you're kind of in. And again, you know, I don't know what the situation was here with this. I keep going back to this. For some reason, I feel like that's somehow very strongly tied with this financial situation that you're in. So I would take a look at that, and leave me some comments down below if you have any comments or questions or anything. This was your weekly tarot forecast here on Dove and Serpent Tarot.